Hi, I'm Gina with Peace, Love, and Homeschool, and today's video is about the book of the month. Yes, today's video is a collab on the book of the month, and the hosts for this collab are Ingrid from Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles and April from The Simple Rugged Path. The book of the month is a collab where we share our favorite or not so favorite books. So you have several people involved in this collab. It's been ongoing, so you might find something by watching some of these videos and learn a thing or two. I know that there have been several books I've put on my book reading list just because of this collab, so you might find little treasures in here, so be sure and watch the playlist. I'll have it listed right here above in the little eye, and I'll put it in the description down below, as well as April and Ingrid's channels will be listed down below as well. Now, my goal for this year is to start reading again. I used to be an avid book reader, read all the time, and I just cannot, I don't know what's happening. My attention is, these books aren't holding my attention. Maybe I'm just not finding the right book these days. I know part of the problem is I read a lot on the internet, and oftentimes they're short articles, so you know, quick and easy reading. I really want to get back into reading. I have a list about a mile long. I have books I've bought over the years that I have not read. You should see my bookshelves. Today's book is not one I've read this past month, but it's one I refer to often. I referred to it in December, and now I'm using it again for February. It is called A Family Guide to Biblical Holidays by Robin Scarlatta, and I forgot the other person, Linda Pierce. Now, Robin Scarlatta's last name is Robin Sampson, and her website is, she has two websites. The first one I know for sure is biblicalholidays.com. The second one, I cannot remember for the life of me, but I will put it down in the description box below as well. She's a homeschooling mom of several children, I forget how many, and now I think she has 2 left at home. Yeah, they've all grown and gone, just like these kids do these days. I don't know what it is with that. Anyway, this is how we have learned to celebrate the biblical holidays. This has really enriched our lives because in the biblical holidays, they always point towards the Messiah, Yeshua, or as Christians call him, Jesus. For example, when we celebrate Passover, that just goes hand in hand with Easter. These just bring so much more meaning to it. And let me show you a little bit about this book. Oh my gosh. My book is falling apart. This is another one of those books. This does not come in a big 3-ring binder, okay? Here's the cover. I use this book so much. The book is in here. Here's the back cover, which is, I don't know why I put it there versus back here. Oh, this one, the thing came off, or it didn't have one. I once again, like I did with my Mystery of History book, is I had the binding sliced off, and the lady punched it with her fancy 3-hole punch, you know, the fast 3-hole punch. And then I didn't put anything on the back here. I should have. But I put the cover up front. And this makes it so that I can lay this book flat easily. And what I've done before, because it's so big, is I take out the section I'm studying. I don't even know if I have it. I take out the section I'm studying and I put it into one of these little folders that has the little 3-ring thing, and that just helps, and I try hard not to lose it because I have done that before, but that just helps me to keep it you know, before me, studying it, figuring out what I'm going to do for that holiday. Now we have not, I've had this book a long time, and we just had a hard time celebrating all of the holidays, but we celebrated several of these holidays, and we're determined this year to celebrate all of them. So we're about to celebrate the holiday of Purim, and here's the section on Purim here in the book. Now, the first page has scripture. I don't know if I can hold it straight. The first page has scripture on it. and we go into this. It talks about the purpose of Purim. Okay? Then it goes on and talks about Purim in Bible times, what it was like then to celebrate Purim. Then there's a timeline of Purim events. Then there's Jewish customs of Purim today, and it talks all about the Jewish customs. Then my favorite part, it always talks about the messianic significance of Purim. So basically this means, how is Jesus in Purim? So it shows you the symbolism right down here. And then it has suggestions for celebrating Purim. And crafts. Let's see. And of course some recipes. And then it also has paper dolls. We've never done these, and my son is not going to be playing with paper dolls, I can assure you. But it does have paper dolls you can copy. It has each of the important characters. Esther, Mordecai, I don't know how to say his name ever, King Ahasuerus, I think that's how you say it. And the evil king, and the evil Haman, who wanted to kill Esther's people. And then there's also some kind of activities. This one has a crossword and a word search and a coloring page. So we take all this into consideration and we celebrate Purim our own way. So with that book, it will really help our family learn the significance of Purim and the messianic significance of Purim, and we'll have a new holiday to celebrate that really points us to Jesus. All these holidays do, really. The first 4 of the 7 feasts occur in the spring, which are Passover, unleavened bread, first fruits, and Feast of Weeks. And they've all been fulfilled already through Jesus Christ. The last 3 biblical feasts are Trumpet, Day of Atonement, and Feast of Tabernacles. And it is believed that they will be fulfilled with Christ's second coming. Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, and Tabernacles, which is also called Sukkot, are all celebrated together within a 15-day time span. It's very short, but those 3 feasts fit all into that. Hanukkah and Purim are a little bit different than these feasts. Those are the major holidays, but we also do Hanukkah and Purim, and we're also wanting to learn more about celebrating the Sabbath. Now, A Family Guide to Biblical Holidays, I believe, is still in print. I've seen it being sold on Amazon, and it is under Prime, so that tells me that that's a brand new book. Well, I think it is. And then there are other buying choices, and there's always eBay you can search for the book on, and other used places, so you might be able to find a cheaper version of the book. I'll list the link below just so you know which book it is. There's also another book that Robin just recently recommended called A Christian Guide to Biblical Feasts. I am looking forward to getting that one. That one also tells you in a step-by-step fashion how to celebrate the biblical holidays. I'm interested to see that book and compare it to this book and see what I come up with on the celebrations. So I'm so excited. Just excited to celebrate Purim this month. I'm excited that this book has been such a great help for my family. My family loves it. I've had them read the different holidays as we've come upon them, and we reread it too each time, just to remind us, because we weren't all raised on this, like Christmas. We know what needs to be done at Christmas, and we know what's done at Easter. But these holidays still feel a little bit foreign to us, so we're trying to learn them and figure out. We're trying to really remember the messianic significance of these holidays. That's the most important part for us. I think that's all I have for now. Hopefully next month I'll be back in this collab with books that I've actually read. That's my goal. See you. If you wouldn't mind, please hit that thumbs up button down below. That would really help us out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out. If you missed our last video, no worries. You can check it out right here. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel right here. And be sure to ring that little bell so you know each and every time we upload.